Hello and welcome to all of you criminals, athletes, princesses, and basket cases alike. Welcome to BCF-Breakfast Club. I just wanted to do something a little special this evening for our friend Save Robbie. Hello, Leisha. Looks like we're getting off to a slow start, but that's okay. Our friend Save Robbie lost his beloved friend and companion today. And because he does so much for our community and is always there to support us whenever we need him, I thought that I and some of his friends should get together and show our support for him. In case you don't know, Sandra the hamster crossed the Rainbow Bridge today. And as somebody who has lost a beloved pet myself, I understand how hard it is not only to have that loss to grieve, but also because it seems to me like a lot of the general attitude when somebody loses a pet is that people tend to treat you like you don't have a right to be as upset as you are. And so, Robbie, we just want you all to know that we love you. And I have some resources that I want to offer for folks who are grieving the loss of a pet. And I have something I want to read for you. It's a little long, so I am just going to read the poem part, but there is a link in the description box if you want to read the entire thing. It's the Rainbow Bridge, and it tells the story, just to give you a brief summary of what comes before the part that I'm going to read. It tells about a bird in this story who awakes and she realizes that her ragged plumage is beautiful and she has gained her body back, and she's on this beautiful she's in this beautiful place, and she meets another beautiful bird who tells her that she's at the Rainbow Bridge and that she's waiting and that she's waiting there, and that all of the animal world goes there to wait, who have lived among the humans, and wait for their companions to come and claim them to take them up into heaven with them. And they are beautiful now because that is how they've always looked on the inside. And then a beautiful rainbow appears in the sky, and they go to find it. And in the center of a rainbow, in the center of this meadow, a bridge appears made out of light, shining with every color of the rainbow. And as they watch, what they see is this beautiful being crossing the bridge towards the meadow. And in the meadow, a strange assortment of animals gathers at the foot of the bridge. And they're very excited. They see cats, dogs, mice, all kinds of different animals. And they realize that they're going to meet their human companion, and that's who's coming over the bridge. And the being crosses over the bridge, and when they reach the animals rejoice. The cats jump up into the arms of the person. The dog runs in circles around your leg, barking and yipping. The mice scurried up and dove into a pocket to peek out at everyone else. The horse nuzzled the being and whinnied, and everybody was so happy. As the being and the animals crossed back over the bridge, the animals turned and said, "Farewell, see you on the other side soon." The bird worries that their companion who they weren't with for very long will come for them. And their mentor says, don't worry, when you are loved, your human will come for you. Heaven just would not be heaven to them without them to keep, or us to keep them company. And in the meantime, other birds of our own species come from the distance and take them with them to come and wait with them and play and rejoice to know that they would soon be with their beloved companion in heaven. And the poem goes like this. Just this side of heaven is a place called the Rainbow Bridge. When an animal dies, it goes to the Rainbow Bridge. At the Rainbow Bridge, there are meadows and hills and beautiful trees of all kinds, where all of our special friends can fly and climb, hang and flap, hop and run, jump and play, squawk and squeal, and sing together. There is plenty of good food, including grapes and peanuts, ice cream, cheese, spaghetti, and especially lots of pizza. There is crystal clear water, and brooks and springs are filled with water, as well as every kind of delicious fresh fruit juice. One warm spring even runs full of coffee, and they can now drink their fill without hearing a single no, no. There is lots of glorious sunshine and sweet warm rain when they want it. Our friends are warm and comfortable and totally at peace. All animals who had been ill or cold are restored to health and vigor and to their natural, incredible beauty. Their fur and feathers shine, their limbs and wing feathers are whole, and their eyes gleam once again with vitality. Those who were hurt or maimed or ignored or brokenhearted are made whole and strong and free of fear, just as we remember them in our dreams of days gone by. The animals are happy and content, except for one thing. They each miss someone very special to them who had to be left behind. Still, they jump, swim, fly, and play happily, safely, and noisily together. Even the grouchiest, spunkiest, largest, smallest, least and greatest animals, all are so happy that they're all flashing their best Sunday colors and coats. But the day comes for each animal when they suddenly stop and look far into the distance. Their body freezes and their bright eyes are intent as they watch and listen in silence. Suddenly, they begin to run from the group, streaking over the green grass, their legs churning harder and harder. You have been spotted, and they shriek to you and call your name in their own and cry again and again as they rush towards you. When you and your pet finally meet, you cling to each other in joyous reunion, knowing you will never again be parted. Your face, your fingers, even your toes, are covered with nibbles and soft, ecstatic kisses. Your hair is preened by that special beak, and the head bends under your fingers to invite your touch. Your hands again find their way under beloved wings to caress the downy softness beneath, and you ruffle the fur you haven't touched in so long. You look once more into the trusting eyes of your companion, so long gone from your physical life on earth, but never for an instant absent from your heart. Your tears of joy are gently brushed away by those beloved paws and wings, and feeling immersed once more in total contentment and love, you and your beloved companion cross the Rainbow Bridge together. I'm sorry, I always get a little choked up. I can't help it. Sorry about that. I lost a cat a few years ago. I had him for 18 years. And that pain is very real, and I know how that feels. It's just as difficult as losing a person. And every time I read that story, it chokes me up inside. But when I lost him, I read it over and over again. It really helped me to heal. And so I wanted to share it. Also, if you pop open the description box, I have listed several different resources there for anybody who is grieving the loss of a pet. There are some informal platforms like Reddit. They have a pet loss subreddit that you can go to just talk about it. There's also a subreddit called Rainbow Bridge Babies. That one is very special, and if your pet has crossed the Rainbow Bridge, you can post a picture of them, and an artist will volunteer their time to draw their picture for you. And you have a choice. You can have the digital copy for free, or if you pay the shipping, then they will actually ship it to you. Most of them do it for just the cost of shipping. The artist who did my old kitty cat did a beautiful job, and it was absolutely lovely, and it, just did my heart so much good to have that keepsake. There are also some communities. There is rainbowsbridge.com, which is a pet loss support chat forum, and also has other resources. There's actually an association for Pet Loss and Bereavement, which are professionally trained and licensed counselors in grief and bereavement, especially for pet loss. And of course, there's the SPCA, where you can volunteer, report abuse, adopt, donate, and there are other resources as well for those who have lost beloved pets. So I hope that, anybody who needs that will take advantage of it, because it's hard, and nobody should feel like they don't have the right to grieve, or that any life is insignificant. I feel like we're all God's creatures. Every life is precious. Even, in the Bible, it says that God values the sparrow, every life is, I believe it's the smallest sparrow. God counts all those lives to be equal. And so our pets' lives are valuable, and the good that they do us while they're with us, although that time is way too short, can't be measured in words or compared. And so, I know exactly how you're feeling, Robbie, and my heart goes out to you. And I'm so sorry that, that you lost your friend today. Now, I think we had some friends who wanted to come up. If anybody wants to come up and say something, I can post the link here in the chat. Once again, we're really informal here, so anybody who wants to say anything is more than welcome to come up. I do know that there are other things going on YouTube right now, and the only thing that I ask is that we not discuss the elephant in the room. I'm not going to comment on that on my channel until anything is known for sure. But I will say this, that no matter what the issue is, if anybody needs to talk, I've got Discord, I've got an email, and those resources are available on my channel and at the bottom of the description box as well. And I will be there for anybody who does need to talk or, has anything to say. I think, let's see, I'll message Nicole. I think she was going to come up. Hi, Seraphim. You don't know if your internet would let you. Well, that's okay. You're more than welcome to try. Hi, Lufa. Hello, Jules. I think you're new to the channel. Welcome. Snoop Medic, Exvarna, Leisha, Top Cop. So we have some new folks in the chat tonight. I appreciate you all coming. like I said, I just really wanted to offer my support. So while I'm waiting on some of for somebody to come up, some of my possible co-hosts to maybe join me, maybe we can take a look at the Reddit subreddit for the Rainbow Bridge babies. If anybody wants to take a look or is interested in that, I believe it would be okay if I showed the artwork on there, since we're just kind of showing what the actual subreddit is about. I think it's probably one of the nicest gestures I've ever seen, just that people are willing to take that time. Hello, Seraphim.
Hey, breakfast. Hey, guys. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I am so glad to see you. It's been so long.
Me too. And I'm glad I actually pay for data for me to actually be able to do it right now.
So are you still in Mexico?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How are, like, what's it like there?
It's lovely. I got nosy neighbors, but that's that's to be expected.
Yeah.
And then I'm walking a lot. I'm walking here, there, getting exercise, not dealing with the pain. And then, sadly, I don't have many decorations right now, but this is my house.
Oh, nice. Nice. And it's nice and warm there, right?
No, it's actually kind of cold right now.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I think right now it's what, like, I want to say 50, 60 degrees.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is kind of cold comparatively. Like it's a little bit colder here where I am, but not a whole lot. It's about 40, I think, right now where we're at. So not a big difference, but
Well, yeah. Remember that for me, I live near the beach over there in the United States. But here, I don't know if kind of will let me, but this is kind of my street. This is where I grew up.
oh, nice. Yeah, there's just something about being home, isn't it? Like it's all the same. Oh, Lufa's coming up. She just said she was too anxious, but here she comes. And here comes Nicole as well. Awesome. Hi, girl.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
I'm
Nicole.
sorry. I'm having anxiety all of a sudden. I don't know why. I just didn't want to let you down. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, girl. Thanks for coming. I know you've got some stuff going on, but we appreciate you stopping by.
Hello, nurse.
Right here.
Who you got with you, Nicole?
Okay, I see you. I see me. I see Lufa. Who's the fourth person?
That is Seraphim. Do you know Seraphim?
I do not.
Okay. He's been.
Hello, Nicole.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying hi.
Oh, okay. He's been a friend ever since I started my channel and beyond, and I think he's known Robbie for about as long as I have too. So he doesn't get to come on, like he lives in Mexico now, so he doesn't get good connection. So it's rare he gets to come up and say hi. So
Oh, what part of Mexico?
Michoacan.
Where's that?
That's way farther south.
Like south than Mexico City?
Mexico City is about what? I want to say 6 hours away on a drive.
So are you south of Mexico City or what direction?
Yeah, south.
Wow, you're really down there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, has anybody heard from Robbie? Anything?
I sent him the link to this live, but I don't know if he's going, like, I wanted it to kind of be a surprise, so I waited till the last minute. I don't know if, I don't know what kind of mood he's in, if he kind of switched off or not, What's that? You cut out?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think he's probably sleeping.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe he might have decided to stay in, which is fine. He'll I'm sure he'll watch it whenever he gets the opportunity to. So I think the important thing is just, that we all let him know that we love him and that we're here for him if he needs us. And so I just kind of wanted everybody to stop by and just show their support.
Well, I can only imagine. I lost a pet when I was younger, and I lost it because I wasn't the original owner. I would take care of the dog, and the owner, he called animal control, and they took it away. I was so pissed.
Oh man!
And then remembering that, and then how to lose, especially since Robbie loved that hamster. I can only imagine how sad he is.
Yeah, I know he said that she helped him a lot when he was first getting sober and stuff, that having her really helped him with that. So that would make it even harder, I think. When I lost my cat, like, he was there through some of the worst things in my life that I'd ever been through. And like, that was what helped me get through it, was just to have that companion there. And, so I definitely understand. And losing him was just like losing a person. And I'll never forget this. I had to go to work after he passed away. And somebody asked me why I was looking so sad, because I just kept crying all day. And I told somebody that my cat passed away, and they laughed at me. And I just couldn't believe, like, it really kind of blew my mind how people acted like I was ridiculous for grieving, the loss of my pet. Like, it just kind of blew my mind. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this too, is because it is like the grief you experience is a very real thing. Like, I'm sure your birds are like your kids, right?
Yeah, for some people, even their pet is like their child.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I was just earlier, like, it's my first pet. I've only had her for 2 years, but like, I would be devastated if anything happened to her. And she's kind of like more towards like the hamster size, you know what I mean? And like,
No, she's bigger than a hamster.
well, of course, she's bigger.
She's huge.
She's a big ass rabbit, but yeah, it's like my first pet, and I would be devastated. So I was watching Robbie's YouTube today, and I started getting tears in my eyes. I was like, oh my god, I can only imagine how he feels right now. Like, it's devastating. It's not. I thought Sandra was getting better. So God.
Yeah, so did I.
Sorry, I was gonna say that when I was hearing on Bella, they mentioned that Sandra was getting better. And then I saw today Robbie posted the video. I'm like, that's gonna send him drinking.
It was a roller coaster with Sandra. It was up and down, up and down.
He's that way with my kitty too. And I don't talk a lot about religion, but in this case, I think a lot of it does have to do with the power of prayer, because I did, like when my cat got sick, I prayed so much for this cat, and I was like, I'm not ready to lose him yet. Like, I'd appreciate it. I don't want him to suffer, but I'd appreciate any extra time that you can give me. And he was on medication for a while, and he came back, like, he started to thrive, and we actually thought he was getting better, but we got almost a whole extra month to spend with him actually feeling good. And like, we appreciated that time so much, because we had come so close to losing him. And it did, like, even though we weren't expecting it, when he got sick again and he passed, like, I don't know, I just felt like I got that gift, that extra time. it kind of gave me a way to like closure or something. So I just kind of, yeah, Nicole's audio is going in and out a little bit. But it reminds me so much, like what happened with Sandra just kind of reminds me a lot of what happened with our kitty cat. Like kind of the same way, like he went back and then he just passed kind of really suddenly.
Sorry, guys.
No,
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
okay.
Audio. I hit mute. I'm trying to mute it when I'm not talking because we are out, so it's kind of.
Oh, okay. Well, I think you might have a little bit of a like you're coming through very faintly, like not very loud. So I think you might be having some connection.
Really?
Maybe. Oh,
well,
that's
I could
better.
have my phone kind of out so Caitlin can get in here too. Maybe that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, that's better actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Honestly, I thought it was on my end because at times
No,
you do.
Me.
Te digo, puras fallas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lo siento.
That was well said. Very nice.
Cheers to Sandra, you guys.
Hey, let's all do a cheers to. Oh, you're drinking a what? Cerveza?
Yeah.
Corona.
Corona. Oh.
Okay. Cheers to Sandra, you guys.
Cheers to Sandra. You know, I was looking
Cheers.
through.
Oh, perfect. Cheers, Seraphin.
Cheers to Sandra.
Cheers to Sandra.
We're going to miss seeing her. And, you know, I was looking through Robbie's videos. And since he's not here, I don't know. I mean, I know he probably wouldn't care, but I don't like to show people's stuff without them being here. But if you just look through his videos, like he has so many Sandra videos on here.
He's obsessed.
Yeah, there's this new adventure
He's
as
the
a
best
hamster
hamster
daddy.
daddy ever.
Yes.
He's my rabbit stepdaddy.
Your rabbit daddy, I love that.
He's a
I look at that
stepdaddy.
cute house you had for her, man. That hamster had an amazing life.
Yeah,
She had
he
a little.
treated her so well. He took her to the vet not that long ago and had all that work done
Multiple
on her.
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that's amazing. Most people are not that, you know,
Diligent.
yeah, with
Yeah.
small animals. You know, like they have to understand when you purchase a small animal, there's a lot of work that goes into it. I know that, you know that with a rabbit. Hamsters are as well, like a lot of work. But Sandra was a cute little freaking hamster and so spunky. Like she was so cute. I was very impressed with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
Look
I
at that
had a
little
hamster,
picture
my
of her
hamster
right
only
there.
lived for 2 weeks. How long did you?
Really?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Mine lived a little bit over 2 years. She was
Okay.
spoiled rotten. Yeah.
Yeah, my hamster unfortunately did not survive the PetSmart, whatever PetSmart does with the hamsters. It's not good, but maybe you guys got your hamster somewhere else. Not at PetSmart.
There's someone here that I would love to like this cuteness overload. Like some of these videos were so cute. I wish he
they're
was
so cute. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's
I wish he was here, like just so we, you know, I could find out if he would mind. But oh my gosh, I remember when he got that playpen. When he got that playpen for her, man, he was so devoted to that hamster. He was taking her out.
I remember the playpen. That was the cutest.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And she had that little car that she drove around in, and
Oh, and he got her the car. I remember the car. Oh my God. Yes.
that car
She
made me
wasn't a
want to
big
get a
fan of the
hamster.
car.
Hey, Save Robbie is here.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
Robbie.
Robbie.
What?
I'm
Save
so sorry
Robbie's
for your loss, man.
Hi,
What?
Robbie.
What?
You sent me
What?
another video.
I'll see Robbie.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what
You
did you
sent me a
say?
video to show. Well, it says you can show that if you want, but there's no link there.
Robbie's trying to join me.
Are you trying? Wait, what? I thought you said Robbie was here.
He is here. He's in the the chat.
Yeah, I was like, he's in the comments right
Robbie's
now.
here.
Yeah. I think maybe he means the playpen one. Maybe is that the one we were talking about?
Good idea. There we go.
Thank you.
Let's see.
I'm here. Is Robbie gonna come up? Robbie, come up on panel. Maybe he doesn't.
You don't have to, Robbie. If you don't
Yeah,
want
if you want to, of course, you're welcome, Robbie. If you don't feel like it, though, I totally
I
understand.
love you, Robbie. I'm so sorry, baby. I really am sorry. I love you. My heart hurts for you. I cried while I was running on the treadmill. I love you.
We've been thinking and talking about you all evening.
I love you, Robbie.
Yeah. When I saw your video, like I was sitting there crying, and I couldn't help it. It made me feel so bad for you. I totally felt what you were feeling. I definitely understand. So I'm not sure which one he wants me to show. Because I don't see a video in my inbox. So were you talking about the cuteness overload or the playpen one? I think those were the two.
Oh God, both were so cute. The Barbie car and when he first got her the playpen, that was adorable. The playpen, do the playpen one.
The playpen one? Okay, let me find it here.
Okay.
Let's see.
Has Robbie shown interest in coming up on panel?
I put the link in the chat for him if he wants to. I don't know if he's in the mood or not, but of course he knows he's always welcome on my panel, or I hope he knows he's always welcome on my panel. Okay, I found it here. Playing with the hamster in the playpen, she's taking care of him because he's sick.
Why did Lufa leave, though? I'm confused.
I don't know.
Lufa, why are you gone?
Yeah, Lufa, we want you back up here too.
Only in the chat, not in the voice.
I think Lufa's kind of having a bad night.
Why?
She said earlier that she wanted to come up, but she's feeling anxious, and she came up for like a minute, and then she dropped out, and she said she was sorry. So I told her.
I'll message you separately, Lufa.
I love you, Lufa.
Yeah. Oh, Robbie says he's coming. Okay. I'll wait to play this until he comes up and let him.
Oh, yay, Robbie's coming.
So, yes.
Yay. I just want to cry.
I know. Like, that's the one thing about having friends that are long distance is you can't, like, run over and give them a hug or...
Like, I wish we could all just do one big in-person group hug with Robbie, you know?
Oh, I've been wanting to hug
exactly.
Robbie for a long time.
And Caitlin wants a special hug with Robbie.
I've been wanting to hug Robbie for a long time, but, like, especially now. Like, now I feel like, oh, my God. Okay, well, stop. Bye.
Has Caitlin been on your channel before? Like, do I know her? I think I do.
Yeah.
She's one of my best friends. She has a channel, but she's not active. Like, she doesn't do anything on it, but she gets on to watch us and to do stuff.
Okay. She's been on your channel before, right?
Yeah, I've seen that person before. Not in video, but in chats.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd seen her like on the
last. Did you used to live in the USA?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, where at?
California.
What part? Okay.
Bay Area.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
That poor chicken, Nicole.
Well.
Here's Robbie. Maybe. Hi, friend.
Robbie.
Hey, Robbie. How are you feeling, man?
Hey.
Hey, Nicole. Hey, Caitlin. Hey, Sarah.
Love you. Thinking about you all night.
Breakfast.
Yeah, you've been on my mind all day long. Like,
thinking about you all night.
I sent you a video in your inbox because I've been scrubbing all night. I came home. My aunt actually cleared her cage out for me, but I scolded everything and cleaned it because tomorrow I know that there's another hamster somewhere that needs to be adopted. So I'm going to go get a new one. And her name's going to be Carol.
Just one or two?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes.
Get your shit together, Carol.
Perfect.
Hey,
Robbie,
Robbie.
I checked my
Carol is
inbox.
my favorite character on Superstore.
Hey, Robbie, are you gonna get one or two?
What's up, sir? What?
Are you gonna get one hamster or two?
I think I would like to get. I'd like to get two, but I think they really like to be by themselves. So I don't know. I think they'd hurt each other if I got two of them.
I
Just get
think
one.
I could be wrong, but I think they have to be male and female in order to get along. And then you have like multiple.
Then I can have babies.
Yes.
And
All kinds of
babies.
babies. Okay, here's the video.
Yeah.
It took all the time for that video to come through. Okay. Give me a second.
You don't even have to show it because the whole point of it was saying that I'm going to get
Good
another
night,
one.
Joan.
Hopefully tomorrow or the next day. Love you,
Okay,
Mom.
No, we love you.
Oh, good night, Joan. Thank you for stopping by, Mama Joan. Robbie, you were
Good
so
night.
good, Sandra. Thank you, everyone. You're all amazing. Love you all. I'm going to sleep now. We love you, Joan. Is there a video from like a Sandra video you would like us to play?
You can play anyone you want because all of her videos are amazing.
He's up here. Robbie's here.
Okay,
Hey,
we were
Caitlin.
talking about
Hi, baby.
the playpen
Hi.
one earlier.
So sorry about Sandra.
I just cleaned her playpen. Oh, thank you. It's for the better. The doctor said she went very peacefully.
Good. Yeah.
That's good. You know, that's the thing, and I always regretted, like, I didn't have what it took to make that decision when my cat passed, and I always felt bad that I didn't do that for him when the time came.
Hey guys, so sorry to interrupt. I just got a message that I'm running out of data.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming up. We love you.
Oh, no.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, nice to see you.
Robbie, my best to
Nice
you,
to
man.
see you, Seraphin.
Likewise, and I'm sure
Thank you. You too.
Sarah is in heaven already. Good night, guys.
Yes. Night.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Good night.
I don't know if you heard before we showed the video, Robbie, but
And the Sandra funny videos with the.
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I think we're on I think we have a delay.
I think so too. That's okay. Go
I think
ahead.
I'm on a delay. Here, let me go out and come back in. Maybe that'll fix it.
Okay. I think it's mostly my fault because I'm on a computer and it seems like the computer has like a 3 to 5 second delay. I noticed when Robbie was doing his trivia that I would hear the question and I would answer instantly, and people were putting in the answers before I heard the question. And so I realized that the sound was coming through on the computer a few seconds behind everybody else. So it's probably my fault. But while he's doing that, we'll show the playpen video here. I think it's very short.
Look at the video of Sandra. Oh my God. Oh, look at her running.
Baby.
It's so cute. Look at how chubby she is. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Going on Daddy's lap. Sandra, are you cute, baby? Are you nice, baby? It's cute, baby.
Aww.
Where are you going? You gonna jump down? She keeps climbing up.
That hamster could not have fallen into better hands.
No, definitely not. Like that, she had the fat hamster life for real. Like the absolute best life of
She
any
did.
hamster in
And
the world.
future hamsters are going to have the same thing.
That's what I was thinking. Like the more he adopts, the better. They're all going to be like living the hamster life.
Exactly.
Oh my
Robbie
God,
again.
he's like a better hamster dad than I could ever be. A hamster or a bunny mom. Like I wish I was as good as him. He's so good.
He's a better hamster dad than a lot of people dads are.
And his future hamsters have no idea what they're in for. They're going to have the best life ever. Just like
Yes.
Sandra did.
Yes. She had
Yeah,
the
I'm
thug
excited.
life.
Yeah.
Thug life.
I think that's the best way though to cope, like, is to get another because there's always animals out there that need a home and love and everything, and that's the best way I think to fill up that hole in your heart.
There's so many that are in the foundations that are stuck in cages. There's so many rabbits. Like, I die about rabbits. I don't know so much about hamsters, but like the rabbit community there's so many stuck in cages right now that I just want to like adopt them all, but I can't, and they just sit there. So like, I'm sure like, Robbie, your love is going to be needed, and if you can do it again,
please do.
Sandra,
please do.
Sandra's cousins,
right?
Yeah.
I think hamsters
plus,
are probably.
How do you feel, Robbie? Do you want to do it again, or what are you thinking? Is it too soon?
Oh my God. No, it's not too soon, because I know that there, like you said, there's one waiting to be rescued. So absolutely, no, I'm ready.
Robbie.
Like, nobody's going to replace Sandra, but there's the little, like you said, sitting in a cage somewhere all lonely. So I'm going to scoop her up.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I adopted my cat. We waited about 5 months, and I was ready almost immediately, but my boyfriend didn't really want to, and we had a rescue. She was going to go to the pound if we didn't take her. So I kind of like didn't ask, and I just took her. And he was so mad at first, but like by that night he was cuddled up in bed with her. So I think that's the best way to heal. It really is. They just they just add so much.
But
to
I made
our
sure that I scrubbed her cage really good. That way, in case she did have some sort of disease or something, that it's like gone for the new baby.
You have to remember though, like for her to get mites or disease or anything like that, odds are she would have had to have been exposed to like other hamsters, animals, whatever. So I think those odds of that were very slim. I think she just got old, Robbie. I think her time was up.
Yeah.
Well, what's crazy about that is the hay that I got her the week that this started happening. I got her prebiotic hay to munch on that she'd never tried before. And I looked up some of those bags of hay and bedding can come infected with mites if you get the wood bedding. So people freeze in their hay before they give it to them, so it freezes the mites. But I'm like, I'm not doing any of the hay or the wood bedding. Yeah.
Wow.
So
that could be true, Robbie. But honestly, Sandra lived a lot longer than they're supposed to. You know what I mean? Like, so don't blame that on you buying some weird ass hay. You know what I mean? Like, no. You're a good hamster dad.
Cedar chips or cedar bedding is actually anti-pest. So you might want to check into that and see if that's a good option, because it keeps, like, I know like cedar chests and things like that, they make them out of that to keep like moths and things away from like clothes and bedding or whatever you put in them. And I know like when I had a hamster once upon a time, and that's what I used for him. And it kept the smell down and everything too. But you might want to check on that, because I don't know if it's anti-mite, but I know it's anti a lot of different insects and pests.
Yeah. Well, and another reason like I want to go tomorrow and get her is because back in the day, 6 months ago, I'd go and get a 12-pack, and I'm like, no, I'm going to go get a hamster, because Sandra really did, like, it sounds weird, but she helped, give me somebody to take care of, something to do. Like, it was not ever stressful taking care of her or cleaning her cage. I enjoy it. So
that's not weird at all. That's not weird at all, because I felt the same way, and not just with my sobriety, but when I was dealing with a personal tragedy. I mean, it was really bad. Like, I probably would have actually lost my mind if I hadn't had my cat to help me through it. So, and a lot of it is, like you said, having somebody else to take care of, even if it's an animal, knowing that somebody depends on you helps you to keep yourself together.
Yep.
So yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to come up really fast. I got to finish cleaning, but I wanted to say I love you guys, and I'll be listening while I'm cleaning And plus my computer is like buffering and there's some weird delay or something. So it's weird.
Okay. I think that's going on all over because I'm kind of experiencing it too. And Nicole was having a little bit of problems before you came up. Lufa wants to know if Carol's middle name can be Lufa.
You know what? Lufa, I was trying to come up with a middle name for Carol. So absolutely it's going to be Lufa for sure. Carol Lufa Brown. That's the
Carol
name.
Lufa Brown is perfect.
Oh,
I love
But
that.
see, Carol,
I love it.
Sandra Kaluuyo Kalani is my favorite character in my favorite show, Superstore, which got canceled this year after this season. So Carol is my second favorite character on that show. So that's why I want to name her Carol. That way,
Love
in the middle of the night, it could be like, Carol, be quiet, Carol. Get your shit together, Carol.
You were the best,
guys, by the way.
Well, I just I saw your live earlier, and I just know how bad that feels, and a lot of people don't appreciate how hard it is to lose a pet. So I had
and like making that decision is terrible. Like having to make that decision because you don't know if you're doing, like Nicole was saying earlier on the phone, you don't know if you're being selfish or that if they have time to heal. Like you don't know, so you feel bad. But literally, Sandra was like this today. She'd look up and then put her head flat, which she's never done.
You did good, baby. You did good, Robbie.
You
and I'm gonna get her little paw prints and her ashes.
Oh, I know. I can't wait
to see what you did with the paw prints, Robbie. I can't wait to see.
I think that's great that you get those keepsakes. That's amazing. And I don't know if if you want to check out some of the links I have in there, the Rainbow Bridge babies that I was telling you about, there's a link to that in my description box if you want to check that out. And they'll like if you post Sandra's picture, an artist will draw it for you for free. And like you do the digital copy, and if you pay for shipping, they'll send you the original, most of them.
I got my Sandra pillow.
Oh, your Sandra pillow.
Hold on, let me show you.
I love that.
Don't you have a Sandra blanket too?
He does. Isn't your comforter Sandra?
And I also have her on my blankets, but see, I have this older pillow that I had for my merch. Isn't that cute? It says bow down to royalty.
Best hamster dad of all
I've never seen those before.
No one compares to you, Robbie. No one.
Awesome.
Nobody.
Oh wow, that's amazing. That's so cool.
Amazing.
Where are you guys, Nicole and Caitlin? Where are you?
We're at a wine bar.
It's called
Oh, it looks like a Starbucks. It's very classy. It's very
It is very nice in here. It's nice.
I love the way she said wine bar. We're at a wine bar. Wine bar. I that is good natured teasing. I'm from West Virginia, so.
Well, just know that we are thinking about you, and we've been talking about you all night, and our hearts are with you and Sandra. I mean, that little
I feel a lot
sweetie,
better than earlier.
I'm so glad.
Earlier, I was like, because of COVID and because of the process, they said, we don't want you to see us sticking the needle in her because that could be kind of traumatizing. But I was like, what do you mean it's going to hurt? And they're like, no, it's not going to hurt her at all. But if you see it, it looks bad. But they put her in a little oxygen tank, like a little oxygen cage that has like laughing gas in it, and she falls asleep. And then they put the needle in her heart. So that's how they put her to sleep. But so I had to hand her away from my car. So I said goodbye to her in the car and stuff. And then I said, can you please call me once it's done? That way I know for sure she's gone, just so I could know. And they called me like 10 minutes later, and they're like, she went very peacefully. It was pain-free. And it was like I think Nicole, was it you that said that's probably the most peaceful she's felt all day long?
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So. I was saying this earlier, but I think because the way Sandra, like, she kind of bounced back before she passed, before she finally got sick, our cat kind of did the same thing. And I think, like, I mean, when my cat got sick, like, I prayed and prayed and prayed for him. I was just like, whatever you can do for me, any time you can give me, like, I'll take it. I don't want him to suffer. but if you can just give me some time to say goodbye at least, like that'd be awesome. And he bounced back for like, it was a few weeks, like maybe a little shy of a month. But I felt like I got that closure and I got that gift of like extra time. And it kind of seems like you got the kind of the same thing, like that extra time to enjoy her a little bit more,
That's wonderful, Amber. And that's what I was going to ask Robbie. What happened when you departed with her for the final
I
time?
know, like, how were you able to just like do it?
Well, I took her picture for the last time. That's the picture that I posted. And she was just like laying her head down, so cute.
Oh.
But she was like, I think she was almost gone in the car. I think she was pretty much almost gone. So,
Yeah.
But I do feel better about it. I really do. Like, even though it's sad, now I know what to expect with the next hamster. Because when I was little, my mom, I don't know if she was kidding or not, but she was like, yeah, your hamsters lived a long time for a reason when you're little. That's because we'd replace them when they would die. And you would know it.
Oh my god.
Now I know what to expect. With,
Yes, Joan, yes.
Joan.
My parents always went with the "we sent them to live on a farm" story. That's where all my pets went. They went to live on a farm, every single last one of them.
So yeah, now I know, like, I have medicine. I know what to do if I ever see, my next hamster acting like that. Carol Lufa.
Carol Lufa. I love that.
Joan, I don't agree with what you did to Robbie. As a mom, I say no.
She says not kidding.
Joan,
Not kidding.
amazing. Wait, hold on. What part don't you agree with?
So Hunter's hamster died, but Hunter's hamster died after 2 weeks. Like, we tried the best we could. I don't know. It was.
But what don't you agree with Joan?
I did not lie about what happened to Bear. I didn't say it went somewhere or something weird happened. I said Bear died.
Yeah, but I would think for a small child, you could say it ran to, it ran in the farm.
No.
Well, my hamsters used to escape all the time when I
bring
was
death
little.
into his life. I said, your hamster died. And that's what I told Hunter.
Moms parent differently, apparently.
I don't know.
My mom said, you thought the Santa lie was bad.
That's what was cracking me up. Not as bad as the Easter Bunny lie, though, huh?
Wait, am I the mom?
Oh my God. Did you see what Lufa said?
About our goldfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw that video, but I'm pretty sure that
My goldfish disappeared when I was little. I swear I saw her in the lake a month ago.
Yes, I was high, but I have video.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's like, I knew my goldfish was still alive. I knew it. Are they
We
muted?
are. No, they can hear us.
Oh, that's too funny.
Anyway, our hearts are with you tonight, Robbie, for sure. And Sandra.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Love you, Robbie.
absolutely.
Robbie Belito.
I think I'm going to sleep. I mean, even though she's gone, I'll probably sleep a lot better knowing that, I just because checking on her in the middle of the night, I don't mind doing it, but you have to check on her like every hour just to make sure she wasn't suffering, because she was snoring for a while there really loud. And then she stopped snoring the past 24 hours. She wasn't snoring. And I was like, oh, that must mean she's getting better. But then this morning, I'd give her cheese, which was her favorite snack. And normally she'd be like, and eat it really fast. And she was like trying to reach for it really slow. And then her head was like jerking like this, trying to put it in her mouth. And I was just
oh my gosh. Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Oh.
But I fed her tons of her snacks. My aunt was feeding her any favorite snack she wanted before I took her, like anything and everything. And she really wasn't eating it, but she'd stick it up to her mouth and smell it and lick it, or, take a little bite. Love you too.
And now, like, you did every single thing you could for this little baby.
Yeah.
And you were the best person. And, you know. You can't feel sad tonight. Just know that she had the best life. Nobody could have ever given her that life besides you. Okay?
Yeah.
And the kind
Bingo.
of care you gave her to try to save her is above and beyond what,
Yeah.
that's just, to me, that's really, and it gets my heart. Like, it, just,
sure. Yeah.
you
If
did
only
what
all
you did. Like,
animals were treated how we treat our animals, the world would be a better place. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
yep, absolutely true.
So true.
So now it's time to spoil another one.
Absolutely.
Or two,
Absolutely.
or three.
I would
rabbit,
love to get
maybe?
2, but I think they'd kill each other.
Robbie,
Yeah,
what about a rabbit?
A rabbit and a hamster?
A rabbit would be cute, but it's a 40-gallon tank, so I think it'll be perfect for a hamster.
Oh, yeah,
that's
of course.
awesome.
Yeah.
I always wanted a guinea pig. I used to have, I had a mini lop rabbit. Have you ever seen those? When I was
I have
little?
a mini lop right now.
So do I.
It was like the size of a tennis ball, and she had these ears that dragged the ground. Like, she looked like
Rabbits
kind
are not that big.
No.
A tennis ball.
like
That's
she was
like
tiny. She was so little, and she was
Did she
just
stay
a
that
little bigger. Do what?
Rabbits are not that small.
Did she
This
stay
one
that
was.
little?
Yeah, it was a dwarf. It was a dwarf breed of some kind, and she was just a little bit bigger than a guinea pig. And she was so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love this rabbit. My mom I don't know why, but she got fixated on it, and she kept on taking its cage and putting it outside. And it was like one of those wire cages where you could lift the wire top off. And she would take it down and set the wire over top of her. And she's like, she needs to be outside in the grass. And I'm like, Mom, it's 100-degree heat. Like, those little baby bunnies can't handle that kind of heat. And I don't know what happened, but and I won't even like, it's traumatizing just to tell people every time I tell them what happened to but my mom carrying my bunny to death is basically what happened. Like, something, something scared her.
Major bunny rabbit advocate.
Yeah, right.
We love the rabbit community.
We both have rescue bunnies right now. We have rescue bunnies.
We saved our rabbits from literally like death.
Shit life.
Like, I don't even have time to like tell you what happened to my rabbit or hers, but like all we wanted to do was like, Robbie, we love you so much, and we're gonna talk to you.
Yeah, we'll talk to you soon, okay?
I love you, Robbie.
Yeah.
Love you.
Are you guys going? Love you.
Thank you,
Amber.
Amber. Thank you so much for having us on, Amber. Appreciate all your work tonight and to get this together.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Nice
absolutely.
Surprise.
Yeah, Robbie. Well, thank you for coming on because I'm sure you're not feeling good.
All right, before you guys go, you see that little bunny right there? That's kind of the bunny I had.
This is the Becky.
Wait, what?
That's about the
Because
size.
the ones that are up for adoption right now?
The only difference is that her ears drug the ground, but she had that same kind of face and everything.
Oh my God.
I know. I have a lot to look up for. I'm going to adopt a rabbit soon. I just can't right now.
She already has a rescue rabbit.
Yeah.
I really want another one. Oh, hi, Daniel.
They always need rescue.
I see a lot of new
There's
people.
a lot of rabbits stuck in cages. So yeah, like I have some things I need to do, but yeah.
Seraphin, that is
All right,
Caitlin
guys,
next to
before
Nicole.
we start getting even more emotional, because I want to go freaking rescue them all right now.
Yeah.
Everything and every animal.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
totally
so much.
agree with you.
I love you,
Yeah.
Robbie.
Love you.
And thank you, Amber.
Love you,
Thank you
girls.
so much, Amber.
I love you too. Thank you so much for coming.
Yes. Okay, have a great night, you guys. And Robbie, I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All
Okay,
right,
love
guys
you.
be careful.
All right,
Have
love you
fun.
too. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Ah.
I was saying that was a really nice surprise for you to do that, because Lufa texted me. She was like, "Breakfast is having a live for Sandra," and I was like, "Really?"
I waited until the last second because I wanted to surprise you. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I hope he wasn't like upset and then just went to bed or something.
Oh my God. No, I was, if you could see, I have all of her. I was scrubbing everything. I pulled everything out. I scrubbed it. I got some bed bug spray just in case she did have mites to spray like around, the room and stuff. That's why I want to wait maybe a day or two to get another hamster, because I don't want the spray to get to her if it was mites.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Wendy's in the chat and she wants to know what happened. Do you want to?
Hey, Wendy. Yeah, Sandra she was getting better. She'd have her good days and then bad days, but this morning when I woke up, she just really couldn't move. And I actually who I called was making lemonade. I said because she had the same problem. She had her hamster die at her home on her and she had her hamster for like 2 years. And I said, what? The day before she died, how was she acting? And Jamie said she was falling over. She was moving really slow, shaking, stuff like that. Same thing as Sandra. And then, of course, the vet looked at her and they're like, oh, yeah, you're definitely making the right decision by doing this.
Well, that's good. You had the vets, so there's no question like that you did everything you possibly could have done to try to save her. Like at least you don't have to question that at all, which is amazing. I know that you've really been through it with her, and that it's been really, really hard and stressful on you. And she's safe now, so that's good.
Yeah. And, I've never, ever got one of my pets' ashes before or paw prints. So that'll make me just feel good. I'm going to keep it right here on my desk with me.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. My boyfriend's cousin, they had a dog that passed away, and they did that for her. And it's really nice. Like they have a little urn that sits on their fireplace. Well, not an urn, it's like a box, but it's got, the ashes there. And I don't know if they have paw prints or not. I'm sure they probably do. But yeah, I think it's wonderful that they do that for them.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Wendy. And thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. It's, you just get so attached to your pets. And I know, I know hamsters only live 2 years. It's not like it's like, oh my God, what a shock, because I saw it coming, especially because she's been sick for a while.
Right.
But it's just like, it's this pain that you're just like, they're so innocent and they don't understand what's going on. That's what breaks my heart. Like that's what makes me feel really sad. But she was really comfortable because the first time I took her to the vet, she was screaming at me going, meet me, like yelling at me because I put her in the little cage. So today I outsmarted her. She was sleeping in that little tower thing, the little thing. So I took that and I put it inside of this cage. I took the lid off of it. So she didn't even have to move. She stayed in her nest the whole time. And she didn't even know she was in the car, I don't think.
Oh, well, that's good. She didn't have to worry or be scared or anything like that, which is good.
Yeah, and I put the seat warmers on for her in the car, and they gave her.
I think like watching animals suffer is just like watching a very small child suffer. It's just it hurts your heart.
Yeah, and I've never had to be like I love all my pets, all of them, but Sandra, I think I got probably the closest to because she was there to pull me out of a horrible stage of my life for 20 years. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget. She put me on my feet and put me into shape. And it was just a different connection that I've ever had with any other animal ever.
Well, they're good for that. I think when you get motivated to kind of get it together, it's I have to take care of these little beings. So I have to straighten my ass out, so that I can be a good caretaker for them. It's a lot like having a child in so many different ways, I think. Lisa said she got stage fright tonight. That's okay, girl. There'll be other times. She was going to be on panel with us, and she got nervous and changed her mind at the second. She's always awesome whenever she comes up on panel. I don't know why she worries.
Yeah, and she's hilarious.
Yes, she is. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Oh, Lisa,
thank you.
All her pets cremated and paw prints, and they're coming with her when she gets cremated. That's a beautiful.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how small they are. The love they give is huge. That's absolutely right. I think pets give a kind of love that people aren't capable of.
Yeah, and she bit me one last time today. Because I stuck my finger. I was petting. She was letting me pet her and massage her, but when she saw me stick my finger through the hole when we were about to walk out the door, she went. And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I wanted you to bite me one more time."
That was a love bite.
It was a love bite.
Yeah.
Good night, Cristola.
Yes, good night. That's so nice. So many people stopped by. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was really nice because I'm still in the middle of cleaning, but I was like, I'm gonna take my mind off of it for a minute and just come and enjoy it with you guys for a little bit. So thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome. I'm glad you were able to. I just, like I said, I don't think enough credit gets given to our pets and how much they mean to us. And I don't think a lot of people know that there are all these resources and organizations. There's actually an online collective of like licensed counselors, and they deal just in pet grief.
Mm.
So there's some resources in the drop-down box for anybody who wants them. Like I've got them all listed there. Well, not all of them. I'm sure there's more, but I found the ones that I thought seemed the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Legitimate, maybe. I listed them in there for anybody who needs them, as well as the Reddit links too, because Reddit has like a discussion forum along with the Rainbow Bridge babies. And there's a link to the Rainbow Bridge story, which I can never read without crying, but in a good way. And the Association for Pet Loss and Bereavement, that's the one with the professionally trained counselors and things. So there's all kinds of different kinds of support on there. Like if you just want to talk to other people, if you want to talk to a professional, or you just kind of want to chat. Yeah. Yeah.
That's really awesome. I definitely want to do the picture. Good night, crazy mama. I definitely want to do that.
Good night.
No cats, Wendy. They'll kill my hamster. I think Sandra would have killed a cat, though. She's crazy.
She might have. She probably would have kicked its butt.
Mm-hmm. She is strong. Yeah, me too, Top Cop. She was strong. Like even, as she couldn't move today, my aunt was giving her little pieces of toilet paper to make her more comfortable in her nest, and she's still taking it all slow. So she's still organized in her last, hours, and still just a hard worker. She is so cute. Like just watching hamsters, people think, oh, it's a rodent. They have so much personality. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think they're so interesting to watch. I was watching that video while I was kind of like looking for stuff, resources and stuff for this live. I was going through some of your Sandra videos. And that's another amazing thing about YouTube too, is it's kind of like a living photo album for, for Sandra, for you, but for family or whatever you choose to put up there. So you have all those videos of her, which is awesome. But I was watching the one of her putting her bedding in her mouth and like getting her bed. Like, that's just so cool the way they do that.
Yeah, and I'll even upload them to like Google Drive and everything just in case. So I always have backup Sandra videos.
Yes, that's a good idea, because when I lost my channel, I lost all my content. And
yeah, you definitely want to always have your videos somewhere else in case you want to keep them,
Yeah, I started doing that with my special ones just because like I can never get that off my mind now. Like if something happens to your channel, folks, if YouTube decides for some reason or somebody pulls something shady and you lose your channel for some reason, you lose all your content. So keep that in mind. If you have a special video or whatever, make sure to upload it somewhere else or download it and keep it on your computer or something.
Yep. That's so cute, a pet rat. I would love a pet rat, but I think they require a little bit more attention probably than a hamster. The hamsters are perfect because we kind of live our own, we have the same sleep schedule. We're both night owls. We sleep during the day, and then, we take care of ourselves. And then, of course, I take care of her. Hey, Alicia.
Yeah, hamsters are pretty nocturnal. I remember I had one when I was young, and it didn't have a metal wheel. It looked like a satellite dish, and it was plastic, and it was supposed to be soundless. That thing squeaked all night long. And no room we put it in the house. Like it kept the whole entire house awake all night, every night. And we actually had it wasn't a huge house, but it was big enough. Like it was insane. That little squeak, squeak, squeak echoed all over the house.
Yeah. I had one of those saucers and her wheel for a while. But now she just has like the tall, silent wheel, but it still makes like this, it's not annoying. It's actually, I love hearing them run on it. It's a very, almost like a dryer with no clothes, but like you hear their little feet pitter pattering because it's plastic, just like a hovering sound, like a hovering air sound. It's really comforting.
Yeah, I think I would like that. Kind of like almost like a fan or something, almost like a whoosh
Bingo.
kind of noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the squeaking is bad. The one I had squeaked like a mother, and oh my gosh, like it hurt your ears.
Yeah, that's annoying. And they don't know any better because they run at night and you're trying to sleep. They're like, well, you gave me the wheel. What am I supposed to do with it?
Exactly. Mama 3 says rats are nocturnal too and super smart.
Yeah, and they're sweet. I love rats.
I had a friend who had a hairless rat, and that was a very, very sweet animal. And normally, like hamsters don't bother me, gerbils don't bother me, but I have a phobia of rats in general. But this one was really sweet. It was almost like a puppy. Like it did little tricks and stuff. And I mean, he was adorable. Yeah, he'd fetch a ball, and he was really soft too, even though he was hairless.
Oh, yeah. When Sandra lost her hair, I was petting her and she's still, her skin was just so soft. And then, of course, her new hair was growing in. So she was like fuzzy, but it was growing in black. Today, I took the last picture of her and it looks like her hair is all black.
That's really odd. Like just the way things went with her is almost like she was regenerating or something. And then just, I don't know. I've never heard of that with hair. Like I was looking it up to try and figure it out because I get so curious about stuff. Like anything goes wrong with my cats or I notice anything unusual or whatever, like I'm on there, like trying to research and find out why and stuff. So I was trying to find out what caused that. And I couldn't really find anything that really satisfied me.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad to have you back. Leisha keeps crashing.
Yeah. I love you, Alicia. Sorry for the influx of Alicia helps me with my emails sometimes. And like now that's why I'm glad you were on. So I was like, I'll just come on and say thank you to everyone because everyone's been so nice and emailing and saying thank you or sorry about Sandra. And that's the part of social media that is good is when bad things happen to all of us, we can be there for each other. And I even, in the pain that I've been feeling today, I could only imagine, the pain that Carolyn was going through. So I emailed her and I was like, look, I'm not comparing our grief, but I want to apologize for the harassment you went through. Not that I did anything. Right. I said, I wanted to say, I can't imagine going through this pain that I'm feeling while people are harassing me about it, So I just said, I just wanted to say sorry, but I still didn't do what you blame me.
Right. I think the real people that, whoever it was who was harassing her was bad, but the people who went to her with those, like, we took a screenshot of this and you should see what these people were. Those people are the ones who really need to hang their heads in shame. I couldn't imagine going to somebody with something hurtful like that I knew would hurt them and make their pain worse and showing that to them. I would do like everything I could to so they wouldn't see it, but anyway, Alicia says your email isn't loading for her.
That's weird, Alicia. Wait, hold on. Alicia, please tell me that you're the one that tried to log in the other day because I got a verification code to my phone. I was like, why am I getting a verification at 11 in the morning when I was sleeping? Because that means someone is trying to log into your account, right? So please tell me that was you. No, the password's not changed though. I don't know. I thought somebody was trying to like hack my emails or something. Amen to that, Lufa.
Yeah. I really like that picture she's using right now too. It looks like an old Hollywood picture, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
That pretty black and white.
Yes. No, it wasn't her. Change your password. You know, there was back when some of these bigger YouTubers got hacked. Like, I don't know if you heard the stories, like really big YouTubers, but there were some. I don't remember the one who actually lost her account for a while, and it took YouTube like months. And this woman had like millions and millions of followers. But I heard other, like some bigger YouTubers talking about this as well. Like Creep Show Art was one of them. And they were getting all these messages that somebody had tried to log into their emails before somebody tried to hack their YouTube account. So I would definitely go and change all your passwords just to be safe.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, and I wanted to tell you too, because this was a different vet today. It was a 24-hour vet, even though it was earlier in the day that I brought Sandra to, but it was right in the parking lot of this huge church. Actually, the church, I don't know if you have ever looked up the church that got shot up here years ago in Arvada. It was right in the parking lot of that church. So I just found that to be kind of comforting, even though there was a shooting there. Okay, let me see if my password still works for this. And you know what's weird is it texted it to my phone, so I don't even know which email they tried to get into.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm changing my password. Oh, yes, I say it while I'm on here. I'm like, breakfast, what should my password be? Lufa will say, Lufa.
Or 69, one or the other.
Yeah, she would say that.
That's one of the reasons why, somebody got it anyway, because that's part of what happened to my old channel. But I made I used a different contact email from my YouTube email. And there's a reason anybody with a channel, like, don't give the email out that is associated with your YouTube channel. Like, don't put that down as your contact, because even if they don't try to get into your email, like, they can put the email down as a reference point. And that's what somebody did. And they used my email address as the reference to copy strike a bunch of people falsely.
Wow.
And that's part of what got my original channel taken down.
See, you really shouldn't do like email passwords with numbers that you're familiar with, or, your interests. Really, it should be random things that, just random.
I tried that, and I kept getting locked. Like, every time I go to log in, I'd have to reset the password. So I had to give in and use something I could remember a little better. But
now I'm trying to come up with a new password for all of my accounts, because I have 3. I have this one, then I have my Save Robbie, the entertainment one, and then I have my backup channel. Oh, and then Brighter Days, but I never sign into that one anymore.
Why don't you just put them all on the same email?
How do you do that?
Oh my gosh, it's easy. Like, my backup channel is under the same email as this one.
See, but if I do that, then all that my emails will be mixed, and I don't want that, because I like that people from YouTube email me to a certain one, and then all my other like personal stuff or whatever is kind of on the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the official channel email would still go to that original email, but you could put down your contact as something else. But yeah, like, what you can do, and that's why people can switch back and forth between like alts so fast too. But all you have to do is on your YouTube settings, if you click like on your little icon that has your picture on it, and go down to settings, and click on settings, and where it has like your channel name, you click on add or manage channels, and then you just hit the plus button and type in the name you want for the new channel and upload the avatar. And then all you have to do whenever you want to switch between the channels is click on your icon again, and then go down to switch channels, and it'll come up with all your different channels, and it just refreshes the screen, and there's your other channel, whichever one you want to use.
My God, that's complicated.
No, it's actually really easy because
Yeah.
you don't have to use the one email. You don't have to log out and log back in.
Right. Yeah.
It's kind of like Facebook does. You know how you can switch the like if you have multiple people that use Facebook now, you can switch between accounts by just clicking on a button. It's like one click to switch between the accounts.
Sorry. I'm changing the other one. I just got one changed.
Yay!
Lisa, I'll text you the new one here in a minute. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Better to do it now while you're thinking about it.
Yeah, because if that wasn't her, of course it was some freaking weirdo.
Right. And
but I also have, along with that, I have the phone verify, or the double verify. What do they call that on my account?
Verification. Yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of don't like that at the same time because, oh my God, what did I just change my password to? I kind of don't like that because what if you lose your phone? Or can you just go to any email?
Let's say if you lose your, yeah, I don't know if you could I guess you could just go to any computer and log in that way. But I'd worry that if I lost my phone, like you'd have to get it shut off really quick to make sure nobody got into it. That would worry me.
Right. Okay, got one more to change. Almost done, Alicia. Almost done breakfast.
You're fine.
I'm getting her done.
Alicia Rose Redleaf said she's so sorry to hear about Sandra.
Thank you.
My gosh, we have I haven't seen this troll in a while. The farting elephant in the room.
Oh my God, me neither. Hi, farting elephant in the room. I actually nominated them for my awards, but I'm not even doing those awards anymore. Did I tell you?
No.
People were emailing me their votes. They were sending all these different ones, and me and Mexi were winning a lot of them. And I'm like, okay, I should have said I can't be nominated. He can't, because it's my channel. So of course people are going to nominate me, And someone had mentioned that too. They're like, well, it's your channel. Of course people are going to do that. So I'm like, I need to figure out a more fair way to do it. But do you want me to tell you the winners on here?
Yes.
Because I can do that. Okay, hold on. Let me change the password and I'll just tell you the winners.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to say real quick to the farting elephant that I already asked people not to talk about that on the channel. And so please do not. I'm just going to delete your comment. But if you bring it up again, you're going to get a timeout, bud, because nobody really knows all the facts, and I'm not going to let rumors get spread.
Right.
All right, that's it, bub. Time out. And if you do it again when you come back, then you'll be hidden. Sorry. I don't like to hide people, but
Alicia, check Messenger. Sorry.
That's okay. You're fine. Oh, don't be sorry, Dawn. You didn't do anything. Oh, no, Ex-Varna, you're fine. You're fine. I appreciate you looking out.
Alicia, tell me when you get it, and I'm going to delete it out of our conversation. Hey, Jason. Thanks, Jason.
Oh, Lufa, you're so sweet. I can't vote. I love all of you.
Lufa, actually, I think she won one. Okay, let me see who won.
Okay.
That'll be a nice little positive thing, even though there's...
Yes.
I was just going to do like certificates and maybe some Starbucks little gift cards or something. But I mean, it truly got so complicated that I'm like, I couldn't even keep track anymore. And it was just getting really stressful.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Well, you made it so easy with that poll, or at least when you had the mod thing up. Like, I mean, people always want to make things too hard.
Well, and I said, okay, leave your comments or you can email me. And they were sending it to Messenger. They were texting me, all sorts of crap. I'm like, okay, this is not working out. All right, so here's the winners. Where'd it go? Winners, results. So most controversial creator. Can you guess who that was?
Was it Lemonade?
Mm-mm.
Critical K.
Mm-mm. Chris Watts, Revelation and the Reckoning. Kim.
Oh, see, I don't know too many of those. Like outside of our little community, I don't know a lot of them. So,
Best facial expressions. I won that one. Most inspirational. Mexi won that one. Most dramatic. I took that one out because that one was kind of mean. Most creative YouTuber. Mexi again. Most helpful YouTuber. Zav Girl.
Nice.
Most unbiased. Me. Best troll name. Tattle Tits. Leisha won that one.
I love that.
Moderator of the year, MJ's Life won that one.
Nice.
And then I stopped there. I was like,
Okay.
I'm done. Like, because I could not keep track, and I wanted it to be fair. You know, you don't want to just be like, okay, I'm just going to make up the winner, because literally I would have just had to make up the winner because I really could not keep track. Thank you,
Right.
JoJo.
Well, I'm glad MJ won. She was my vote. Like she and Leisha both do a whole lot of work, I know, for you guys, and that deserves.
Well, everybody does. You know, I even had someone say, "How dare you pin your moderators and your subs against each other by doing them?" I'm like, "That's not okay. This is going way too far. It's just simply to be fun. Maybe me and Mexi, or a bunch of us, should just have awards that we choose and acknowledge people and do it often. That way, everybody gets recognized. I think that.
There you go. You know what? I have trouble, and I think it's because my channel is still kind of coming back. But like, I want to do another talent show. Like, maybe we could all work together to get people involved, because that was such a positive experience when we did it last year. So it doesn't have to be like prizes necessarily, but just to give people a chance to show off a little bit.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. What is this? Alicia was just texting me. What the hell? Okay. We're all good. Passwords are changed.
Good.
And I also have it set up, I think everybody does, that when you get signed into a new device, it notifies you.
Yes.
It says you've been signed into, and it'll say the location and,
Yes. I actually had to turn that off because it kept freaking me out. Because like my boyfriend would sign in and I'd be like, what the I know I didn't sign in. So I ended up turning off that on my laptop anyway, because it kept throwing me off and scaring me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I think I'm going to order pizza.
It's been
so
a lot.
hungry. Oh, God.
Oh, are those your email notifications coming through?
No, those are text messages now. I never have my ringer on, but today I did for the doctor to call me back.
Gotcha.
And man, there's been an overwhelming amount of people just being so loving over my sweet little hamster. It's crazy.
Oh, well, she was on there so much. Like, we got to kind of participate in her life. We saw her all the time, and you made all those little videos and the little kind of Sandra parodies that you did and stuff.
I'll still do
looking for those were awesome. The one where my very first experience, I think, really with your channel was the one where she was doing the genie in the bottle thing, where you came over and she was like singing in her cage.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I laughed so hard over that. That was so funny.
Yeah, she'll definitely remain as a character on my channel for sure.
Oh yeah, of course. Of course you'd have to. Do you still do stuff with Brighter Days? You don't anymore, do you? Not really.
No, that's so funny because a notification just popped up for Brighter Days. It's like, set your privacy to this. So I was checking my Brighter Days. No, I haven't. I kind of switching over to just my my Save Robbie Entertains channel rather than making it a music channel. Just make that like, the goofy fun channel.
Yeah, well, that's a good. I mean, 3 or 4 channels is enough. So yeah, I don't blame you.
One channel is enough.
Amen, isn't it though? Isn't it though? I was thinking I might do I've been thinking about doing a more serious one too, like maybe doing a little true crime, because I keep finding these cases that are so interesting that nobody talks about.
Yeah.
So I just saw a documentary the other day, and I'm wanting to say it was the Chicago 7, but it was about all these guys that were arrested protesting in the 70s. And somebody died during it. So they were charging all 7 of these guys with murder because they had organized the protest. And it was just the bias in it. It made me so angry to watch because the judge was so biased. And everything about it was just this huge setup. And I don't think I've ever heard any of these true crime channels talk about it or anything. They all talk about the same cases. And so I'd like to, maybe kind of talk about some of the ones that nobody talks about.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, the only reason Chris Watts is still interesting to everyone is because lots of people are like, what the hell's going on with it? They either think it's not finished or not or whatever. And then we have Kim. Honestly, Mexi and I are going to have Kim on his channel tomorrow night. And he's going to talk to her because he disagrees with her. I'm more undecided, so it'll be a good conversation for sure.
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'll have to check that out. I haven't explored the case to the extent that many people have, so every time I listen, it's kind of new for me. I only first heard of the Watts case when I first came to YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's
brought us all together,
Yeah, it kind of did, that's for sure. It amazes me how people still fight over the Watts case, though. It's almost like the new politics. It's like YouTube's version of politics. It's where do you stand on the Watts case instead of Democrats versus Republicans?
That is so true. And, even when I'm I lean towards the first confession, people are like, oh, how dare you? Thank you, LMNW50. How dare you? And I'm like, well, I don't know what to believe. What do you mean, how dare me? I just don't know what to believe. That's
right.
it.
I'm kind of that. Well, I don't think anybody's going to really know the truth. I kind of feel like when you mean his first confession, do you mean where he was saying that he reacted to what Shanann did?
Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Yeah.
Okay. I kind of felt like he just took Tammy's suggestion and ran with it because he thought it was a way out.
Right.
That was how I read it, but that was how, when I saw it, that was how it was presented too. So I don't know if I had seen just the tapes and stuff like a lot of people did and not actually seen it in the form of a documentary, I might have felt differently about it. I don't know what
it's important to look at the dynamics of their relationship too. How they treated each other beforehand. Cheating comes with jealousy. Jealousy can cause rage. That's why I lean more towards the first confession. Not only that, but being at the house, you just kind of feel a certain way. I do. So
I can see that. I think I would be afraid to go, not afraid that something bad would happen, but just afraid of how it would make me feel. Because I don't know. I've sensed things at different times before. And I just had a feeling, even just watching it on TV, watching them in that house, it gave me a feeling, so I don't think I could probably handle it.
It's weird. I'm so sorry, LMNW50. And Sandra, she wasn't moving very well today. She wasn't very mobile, and she was on her last hours, I would say. So I had to put her to sleep. Hey, sweet pea.
Sweet pea. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people in here I haven't seen in a while. This is I think it's so nice that everybody came out tonight. So thank you.
Yeah, it was such a nice surprise. You're always so sweet. See, you always do sweet stuff like that, Breakfast. I appreciate it.
You do so much to support everybody in this community, though. You're always here for people who need you. So I think that's the least we could do, is to kind of be here for you for this.
Yeah. And, you know, because a lot of the messages I have got today have been people saying, you're okay, right? Like, you're okay. Okay. Like, I'm going to go drink. And I'm like, thank you. But I have no desire to go relapse at all.
Good.
And I am okay as far as that, you know, because the more sober you get to, the more, remember I said a while ago, I said, I'm prepared for death to happen in my life, tragedy, horrible things, and I'm prepared to do it sober. So it's like today too, it was weird because I didn't want to numb my feelings. Like being right there, petting Sandra's head, saying goodbye and all that, like being in the moment and living in it and stuff was really sad, but like I felt it and I'm going to remember that. Like if I would have been what I used to be and go and drink and got drunk tonight, I wouldn't have that crystal clear picture in my head of saying goodbye, you know?
Right.
Copper?
Oh, okay, Copper. Yeah, you come on back when you can. It's all good. I get it. I think one of the, you know, when there have been times where I've had bad things happen and people have said, you know, don't try to think about it, or we're going to cheer you up. And I think it's important to be in the moment and feel it. And I think you have to in order to get beyond it. Because I know there have been times, you know, people try to cheer me up and like that makes me feel worse and it makes me angry, you know. So I think the best thing, you know, that you can do is to acknowledge it and to feel those feelings. Like it's the only way really to work through it.
Yeah. And it's like, and I know it's like a positive thing too. And my aunt, it's so weird because my aunt said, isn't it weird that it's Grandma and Grandpa's anniversary tomorrow? And I was like, that is very strange because both of them are passed away.
Oh, wow.
I just found that to be kind of odd.
Yeah, that's wow.
Well, so, and I just had a good feeling once the doctor finally called me and said, Sandra's passed away now. She went very quickly, very painless, and very peacefully, you know. That worry and that sadness kind of just like of all the last month of her like suffering, all of that went away.
Right.
And I just felt like I'm going to miss her, but I'm going to have her ashes. She's here. And it's not like I'm not going to see her again.
Exactly. Are you familiar with the Rainbow Bridge poem?
No, you should read it.
I actually did earlier, and I kind of cried.
Oh.
I
might cry. Maybe I'll go back.
You know, when I lost my cat, I read it over and over again, and every time I did, I cried, but it was like in a good way. You know what I mean? But it's a story of a bird, and they wake up in this place, and actually, let me pull it up here. I'll just, because this was in the very beginning, so probably most of the people here didn't hear it anyway. I won't like read it, but I'll just like go over it shortly. There's a link to anybody who wants to actually read the whole thing, because those who are familiar with the poem, there's also a story attached to it that a lot of people aren't familiar with. But anyway, so the bird opens her eyes, and all around her are the sights and sounds of the most beautiful place she's ever seen. A tropical paradise with lush green foliage and trees of every kind stretching as far as she could see towards the most beautiful blue sky she'd ever seen. She found herself feeling very thirsty, and without thinking, she stretched her wings with a short hop, flew up into the sky towards the waterfall. And when she got there, there was another bird there that was so beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry. She looked into her reflection and saw that all of her feathers and all of her plumage that had been all dusty and ragged was all restored to its natural beauty. And she was confused, but she was also joyful at the same time. And she got a drink of water, and all of a sudden this beautiful, powerful bird comes towards her. And the bird introduces himself and tells her that she's at the entrance to the Rainbow Bridge. And she says, what am I doing here, and why am I so beautiful? And the bird tells her that she's waiting. We all come here to wait. All of us of the animal world who have lived amongst the humans. We wait until our companions come to claim us to take us up into heaven. You're beautiful because this is how you have always looked on the inside. And then off in the distance, a beautiful rainbow appears in the sky. And the bird takes him to the rainbow, and in the center of this big meadow, a bridge appears made out of light and shining with every color of the rainbow. They find a tree to land in so they could watch what was going on, and all around them, animals of every type and species had gathered to watch the miracle unfold. Over the bridge, they could see the most beautiful thing, an angel almost, crossing the bridge towards the meadow. In the meadow, a strange assortment of animals had gathered at the foot of the bridge, and they were all so excited. They saw cats, dogs, mice, and even a horse. The bird asked, "What are these animals doing?" And her companion said they are meeting their human companion, and that is her coming over the bridge now. So they watched as a shining being cross the bridge, and when they crossed to the animals rejoiced. The cats jumped up into their arms, the dogs ran circles around her legs, the mice scurried up the being and dove into their pocket to peek out at everyone else, and the horse nuzzled the being and whinnied. Everyone was so happy, and the being and the animals crossed back over the bridge. The animals turned and said, "Farewell, we'll see you on the other side soon." And the bird turned and said, "I wasn't with my companion for very long. Will she come for me?" And he replied, "Don't worry. When you are loved, your human will come for you. Heaven just would not be heaven to them without us to keep them company." And she said, "How long will I have to wait?" And he said, "Not long." And then he beat his powerful wings and rose up into the sky. Just then, hundreds of other parrots, all of her own species, flew from the distance and approached the tree. And they said, "Come and wait with us. You will be called when it is your time to cross." And with that, she was up in the sky, joining the flock, safe in the knowledge that soon she would be with her beloved companion in heaven. And the poem that goes with it is, just this side of heaven is a place called the Rainbow Bridge. When an animal dies, it goes to Rainbow Bridge, and at Rainbow Bridge, there are meadows and hills and beautiful trees of all kinds, where our special friends can fly and climb, hang and flap, hop and run, jump and play, squawk and squeal, and sing together. There's plenty of good food, including grapes and peanuts, ice cream, cheese, spaghetti, and especially lots of pizza. There is crystal clear water in brooks, and springs are filled with water, as well as every kind of delicious fruit juice. One warm spring even runs full of coffee, and they can drink their fill without hearing a single no. There is lots of glorious sunshine and sweet warm rain when they want it. Our friends are warm and comfortable and totally at peace. All animals who have been ill or old are restored to health and vigor and to their natural incredible beauty. Their fur and feathers shine, their limbs and wing feathers are whole, and their eyes gleam once again with vitality. Those who were hurt or maimed or ignored or brokenhearted are made whole and strong and free of fear, just as we remember them in our dreams of days gone by. They are happy and content except for one thing. They miss someone very special to them who had to be left behind. Still they jump, swim, fly, and play happily, safely, and noisily together, even the grouchiest, spunkiest, largest, smallest, least, and greatest animals. All are so happy that they're all flashing their best Sunday colors and coats. But the day comes for each animal when he suddenly stops and looks far into the distance. Their body freezes and their bright eyes are intent as they watch and listen in silence. Suddenly they begin to run from the group, streaking over the green grass, their legs turning harder and harder. You have been spotted, and they shriek to you and call your name and hit their own and cry again and again as they rush toward you. When you and your pet finally meet, you cling to each other in joyous reunion, knowing you will never again be parted. Your face, your fingers, and even your toes are covered with nibbles and soft, ecstatic kisses. Your hair is preened by that special beak, and a head bends under your fingers to invite your touch. Your hands again find their way under their beloved wings to caress the downy softness beneath, and you ruffle the fur you haven't touched in so long. You look once more into the trusting eyes of your companion, so long gone from your physical life on earth, but never for an instant absent from your heart. Your tears of joy are gently brushed away by those beloved paws and wings, and feeling immersed once more in total contentment and love, you and your beloved companion cross the Rainbow Bridge together.
Well, thanks a lot, Breakfast.
I'm sorry.
That was really pretty.
I'm sorry, but
no, I like that a lot.
Somebody sent it to me when my cat passed, and I read it over and over again, and I cried every time, but that poem really helped me to heal because I do believe that. And even like when I read it earlier, I had to stop.
Yes.
It still makes me cry every time. Like I got choked up a few times reading it now. So
well, I'm going to remember that when tomorrow I'm just going to feel so good when I go into that pet store, and I know I'm going to know which one it is. I don't know if you, there's a video that I have called, and I can't, if you play it, I'm not going to stay much longer anyways, because I got to go. I ordered some pizza, but I documented the first day I got Sandra. I said, I have a little surprise for you guys. And I filmed the very first day in the pet store. When I first saw her, I filmed taking her home in the little box. She's just her little bright eyes looking in the box. Just so cute. I think it's called I'm a Hamster Daddy or something like that.
Yes, I saw that earlier. Yeah.
And it just like, I can't watch, like right now, I can't watch any videos of her on here that I've made, just because like it's too much.
Yeah.
It'll hurt me. I'll be able to watch them when I'm ready, but
Right.
I mean, it is nice seeing her all healthy and stuff, because man, when she lost her fur and stuff, she really went downhill, and it just like, it was hard to witness. And hey, Rebecca, hey, Shannon. So, but thank you. That was beautiful. I'm going to go finish cleaning and maybe put on some chipper music.
I'm sorry. I feel like I'm so sorry.
No, those are happy tears, by the way. You made me cry happy tears, because, imagining not just Sandra, but all my other animals, like seeing them again. No, that was a good cry.
Okay, good.
I was kidding when I said, thanks a lot, Breakfast.
Well, I know, but that's what it did for me too, though. Like it was like I cried every time I read it, but it was like a happy cry too. And so it helped me a lot. Like I read it over and over and over again when I lost my cat. So if you want,
I love all you guys too. Everybody here, I love all of you. Thank you for being so sweet to my. Who would have thought a hamster would have been so loved by so many people? Like people this whole time have been emailing me the last month that I'm praying for Sandra. I hope she's okay. Which you guys did. I mean, she truly wasn't in horrible pain. She had her medicine, her meloxicam, all that to comfort her. She just, it was finally her time.
I'm sorry, Nikki Rex and Lufa. I love you. You're so sweet.
See, everybody's crying now because of you.
I know. I'm so sorry. Do you want me to send that to you? Like I can if you want.
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. And you know what? I think I might try to get one of those pictures drawn and maybe put that in a frame with that poem. That would be cute.
Yeah. The second half where it starts with like just over the like after the story, you can find, I think they make posters and stuff with that part of it. So a lot of people only know that second half because I've seen it in frames and stuff. So you can probably find something, or you could just print it out actually if you wanted to. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll send it to you via Messenger as soon as we get done here, and that way you can have a copy. And whenever you start feeling sad, like that's what I did when I started feeling sad. I'd just go read it, and like I would cry, but it would cheer me up too. So
yeah, and I instantaneously, it's so weird. Well, it's not weird because God is awesome, but this whole time that I've been praying for Sandra, this whole time, the whole last month, every time I pray for her, I look up and I'll see like a rodent of some sort, or I'd look in my room, I'd be praying and I'd look directly at one of her pictures that's in here. Like it was God's way of being like, it's going to be okay. And when I got home from leaving today, taking her and coming, like I went and I didn't come home right away. I was like, I'm going to go tanning. I'm going to do some red light therapy, lay in the hot tanning bed and then spray tan and then red light therapy. And I pampered myself before I came back just because I didn't want to come back right away. And then when I got here, it was almost like the heaviness and sadness, almost like I feel her here. It's a good feeling. So yeah. And I immediately saw her face on my blanket when I walked in, and I was like, that's the first thing I wanted to see. That was awesome. And I'm interested to see what Carol's little demeanor and attitude is going to be like, if she's going to be a feisty little one like Sandra was.
Yes, we're going to be waiting for that video.
So. Yeah. So hopefully I'll go get Carol tomorrow.
Awesome. I'm excited to meet her.
Yeah. I should get a tattoo of Sandra. I think I might. She changed my life.
Really? That's so cute.
Yeah. Sweet Pea said get a tattoo of her.
Yeah, that's a cute idea. You have a little hamster face. Aw.
Yeah, and I have so many good pictures of Sandra. She's so like she was such a pretty, even when she lost her hair, I was like, Sandra, you're the most pretty bald rodent I've ever seen in my life. Thank you, Shay Wolf.
She really was. And she was so like, she just had those cute little chubby cheeks. Like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Carol Lufa. I need to write that down so I don't, well, I'm not going to forget her middle name, but I'm going to put it in writing. Maybe I'll binge on these sugar-free peanut butter bars that I haven't opened yet, too. I might as well.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, this is the time for that kind of stuff, for sure.
Ooh, and look at this. Caramel coffee, sugar-free Werthers. Mmm.
Ooh, yum.
Websites create jewelry and things. Yeah, you know what I kind of thought? Would it be weird if I got, because I'm not sure what they're putting her ashes in. Wouldn't it be cool to get like a little hamster stuffed animal and put it inside of there or something? I don't know.
There are all kinds of cool things you can get. There are also websites that will make like stuffed animal versions of your pet if you send in a picture. And some of them like are really, I've seen like pictures of some of them and they're amazing likenesses. Yeah, you can get a stuffed animal.
I'm doing that. What I need to find this website. And Sandra was 1 year and almost 1 year and 8 months almost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that earlier. So yeah, I think like the maximum life expectancy for a hamster is 2 years, isn't it? So
yeah.
So yeah, it was her time for sure.
Yeah, I believe I got her on either July 24th or August 24th. I think it was July 24th of last year. But she was born on April 10th. And they told me when I got her, they're like, she doesn't like to be handled. They didn't tell me she bit all the time. So I think what happened since she was like 4 months old, I think a family bought her and maybe she was biting all their kids. And then they took her back to the store and she was just sitting there waiting for me.
Oh. Okay, the website is called Cuddle Clones.
Oh.
There are other ones, but I think that was the one that had the best. Like, I had to go back and look because I wanted to do this forever with my stuffed animals too.
I'm doing that.
But you can send in a picture of Sandra and they'll just make like a stuffed animal that looks just like her.
Oh, that makes me so happy. I'm totally doing that. You made my night by saying that.
I'm so glad. I'm going to add that to my description box, actually, so that I can't believe I didn't think of that before.
That's an amazing idea. Whoever came up with that is a genius.
Yeah, for real. It's crazy the kind of things you can get. There are websites where you can collect hair from your dog or cat and have like sweaters and stuff made out of them.
Okay, Sandra had a little bit of hair left on her that was a little longer. I was so tempted. I was like, that would be weird. And I didn't want her to move, and jump at it and then stab herself. But I almost cut the rest of her hair and kept it. And I almost asked them, can I have her teeth? Then I was like, is that getting weird?
The hair thing, I know other people who have kept locks of their pets' hair, so I don't think that's weird at all. I've never heard of the teeth thing before, but I think whatever helps. The person who mentioned making keepsakes and stuff out of ashes, I have seen, now that would take some more research because it's been a long time, but I saw one company where you had to send in like a tiny bit and they made, they would mix it in with glass somehow and they would like blow like a heart shape. There were different shapes you could get, but the ashes just kind of made this swirl and it kind of almost looked like glitter or something in there. Oh, wow. And it was very visible, but it was very beautiful too. So there are all kinds of different things. Like there's jewelry that you can have made, like that has like a little vial. But there are all kinds of different unusual keepsakes you can.
That's a clone off their website. It's 200 I think, let me see. One of them is $249. Oh my God, look at this one.
Oh wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That is pretty neat. I bet for a small one, it's cheaper though. For like a hamster size one.
Because I don't remember, like, I was considering it and I know I wouldn't have paid $200 for one. Or it might have been another. And they also,
They
Like,
do pajamas, socks, mugs, blankets,
yes,
all sorts of stuff.
yes. And a portion of their proceeds go towards like shelter meals, medical care, donations of plush clones, and toys for animals in shelters and stuff. So they donate directly to individual animal shelters every month. And it says on here, not the big guys, but like, I guess that means like local shelters. I'm not really sure, but there's a learn more thing on there, so you can actually learn like where those donations go and stuff.
Yeah, I'll look into that for sure. And then maybe, because I'm interested to see what they put her ashes in. And I would assume in a little box or something like that. But I'll get something cute to put them in. Hey, Amber.
Right. They make face masks and slippers. And
I would get under pajamas for sure. Let's see. They have socks. I already have Sandra on a mug, so I already have that. Hey, Moonchild. Thank you.
Figurines look really good too, and they're about $99. I think some of the other websites are less expensive, but I don't know. I don't think they look as good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I think the slippers, I remember looking at the slippers and I thought they were pretty amazing. I don't remember what the price was on them, but they looked awesome. Let me see here if I can find them.
Let's see. Socks. Would it be under socks? Oh my God, that is so cute.
Products. Yeah,
hey,
this
Dana.
is also $249, but it's kind of like two for the price of one, because you get two stuffed animals, rooms. But I know that is extremely expensive. But oh my gosh, when I look at them, it makes my heart like all these. Let me screen share here so people can.
Sorry, I had to text my aunt, tell her I ordered pizza. So she's not scared when she hears boom, 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 because she's sitting in the living room.
Look at this dog here. Like I love these slippers right here.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's not creepy to me at all. I think that's adorable.
No, I don't think it's creepy either. I think that I think it's so cute and so sweet. I would do that in a heartbeat with my cats.
Hey, Dana Schrader. Yeah, I'm a lot better after, I heard the doctor, because I told the doctor, I said, can you please call me when it's done? So I know for sure she's gone and, I can finally start to grieve or whatever. And they said she went very peacefully. So that was good. And Dana, I'm going to get another hamster tomorrow. I scrubbed everything. And so I'm going to go get another hamster and name her Carol.
Yes, Amber, we were saying that earlier too. Sandra had the best life. Like she had a better life than a lot of human kids have.
She made my life good. That's why it worked out good.
There you go. Well, it's fun, isn't it, to buy like those little treats and toys and stuff. Like when we shop for toys for our cats, we get almost as excited, I think, as the cats get when they get them. Maybe sometimes more excited, because if it turns out they don't like them, we're like, oh man.
I get excited even cleaning her cage. I mean, obviously just now I wasn't very excited about it, but I'm excited about the new adventure of the new little baby that I'm going to save from, you don't know if they're going to end up with a bad family where like maybe kids are throwing them around, or you don't know. So,
right. Or if they even get adopted at all, because that's one of the ones that they over breed, as like hamsters and mice and stuff. So, whenever you adopt one, you're saving a life as much as you would if you adopted a shelter cat, I think, or dog.
Yeah, it just feels good in my heart because a lot of people, they wait a while with dogs and stuff like that. But with me, I jump on the opportunity. Like if I have free time and space available, I'm like, okay, another animal needs help now. So
right.
The next one is as soon as possible. I just wanted to make sure, whatever made her sick, if it was in the cage, is all scrubbed out and everything sanitized and ready to go.
Right. And that's smart. That's a smart thing to do. She wants to know if it's a Carol with a C or a Carol with a K.
Let me see how Carol, because I'm naming her after my second favorite character on the TV show Superstore. The first one was Sandra. That's my favorite character. And the second one is Carol. So let me see how Carol spells her name.
Wasn't Carol the one whose husband Sandra stole?
Yes! The lady, the lady with the glasses.
I'm so bummed out that they canceled it. Like, I didn't know that they canceled it until you said so earlier. I'm so sad about that.
Yeah, they're going to finish out season 6 and then they're done, which sucks because I love that show. Okay, so it's Carol with a C.
Gotcha. Varna, if you don't mind, can you please delete that comment for me? I closed out my window, so it'd be easier if one of you guys would do that for me, please.
Nikki. He's
you can name her Karen.
Not the kitchen lady.
Aw. You will change her life too. You're the best hamster daddy ever. She will be blessed with you for sure. I always said if I come back, because you never know what's going to happen. Like, even if you believe in God, you still never know what's going to happen. So if we get to come back in any way, like, I want to come back as like a spoiled pet so bad. Like, I want to be like, I want a cat with an owner like mine, or, be a hamster like with an owner like you. Like, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I could have named her Karen. But no, Carol is, I love Carol. But Karen would have been a fun name too, because Will and Grace, Karen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, exactly. I love her. Oh my gosh, she always said the funniest stuff. I remember I used to quote her all the time. Like, I used to watch that show obsessively. And one of my favorite ones was where she was like, "I'm too tired, honey. Why don't you just run your face into my hand a few times? I'm too tired."
Slap it. Yeah, that's a classic show. Okay, guys. Well, thank you. I think I'm going to go finish cleaning all this stuff up and then eat some pizza and take a really hot shower.
Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. And
thank you for doing this. And it was a really nice surprise.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And you know where I am if you need me for anything.
Yeah, thank you. I love you. And I love you guys. Thank you for being so sweet.
Oh, we love you too, Robbie.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye, guys. I'm like, my mouse is frozen. Oh, wait. Do you remember the few days I did my angel cards and new love kept coming up? Oh, there it is, Nikki. Right.
Oh.
So right. Thank you, by the way. Love you, Lufa. And yes, Carol Lufa Brown is the official name for the new hamster.
That's amazing. Yes, go relax and treat yourself, Amber said. I'm with you on that.
Okay. Love you guys.
Night, honey. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. That last night, honey, love you was to my hologram because he's going to bed too at the same time Robbie was. So it sounded like I said night, honey, love you to Robbie. But anyway, thank you, Lufa. You're such a sweetheart. Everybody in this community, like, I love how we can come together and support each other when it really counts. And I appreciate that so much. And I appreciate every single one of you who showed up tonight to support Robbie. Once again, I think it's really, really important that we take the time to recognize what our pets mean for us and what they do for us, and to grieve over them. And, not to let anybody tell us that we don't have the right to grieve for them, or that their lives are not worth celebrating because they were animals. My cat was the purest, sweetest soul I've ever had the pleasure to know in my whole entire life. And my life was absolutely changed for the better by his presence in it. And I would not have it any different at all. And I want to thank Nicole, who kind of helped me put this together, and Lufa, even though she ended up not coming up, but she's great anyway. And I'm sure she'll come up sometime later. And thank you, Sheila. That's sweet of you. Thank you, Sweet Pea. I'm glad to see all these new people. I hope you'll come back and visit me sometime soon. I am going to be celebrating my 2-year sobriety anniversary on New Year's Day. Robbie is hopefully going to get to come. He has to work that night, but I'm hoping he'll get to stop in after he gets off work if he has time. Amber Alert is also going to be coming on, and so is Brutally Lauren. All 3 of us, or all 4 of us, sorry, have in common that, we have recovery in common, and we all have stories, to tell. So Brutally Lauren, this is going to be her first time on my channel, and she has a great channel of her own. She's absolutely awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys come back and celebrate with me. Oh, thank you, Leisha. I love you too. You're great. Everybody on here has been wonderful, and thank you, Suit Medic. I hope it helped. Sometimes I think that we just need to take the time to stop and appreciate some of the others. And Robbie has been a huge inspiration to me. I know I've said this many times, but for those of you who are new to the channel, when I first discovered his channel, I was new in my recovery, and I was having a really, really rough time. And one of the first times I ever saw one of his videos, he was talking about his recovery, and he just seemed like, he just kind of gives off these vibes, of goodness. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but Robbie gives off a vibe. You all know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. And that's okay, Xvarna. I think you deleted it already. Don't worry about it. I couldn't find it. But anyway, Robbie gives off a vibe, and when I heard him talking about what a rough time he had, and, now he's okay. And, he's got such a good relationship with God. And, it made me think like, hey, I'm feeling so bad and I'm so miserable right now. But he was once at this point, and look where he is now. And just hearing him talk about it and sharing his story like that was such an inspiration to me. It kind of spurred me to keep going, and more determined to maintain my sobriety. So even though he did that inadvertently, I will always be forever grateful for coming across Robbie on YouTube, because that kind of gave me the inspiration and the kick that I needed to get myself straightened out. And now, I'm celebrating 2 years sober. I'm joining the workforce again. I'm getting it back together slowly but surely. And, that just means all the world to me. And I'll always be grateful I have him as a friend. Like, you can't ask for a better friend than Robbie here. And he does so much for the community. I'm glad that I was able to do something to give back a little bit to him anyway. So before we go, is there anything anybody wants to talk about besides the thing that I asked you guys not to talk about? If there's anything else you want to talk about that doesn't involve gossip or anything vicious, then feel free to drop it in the chat, or, ask for a mic if you want to come up and talk. I'll give you a few seconds to see if anybody wants to do that. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate you saying that. Yes, Robbie is a sweet and amazing person with a good heart. You're absolutely right, Sheila. He's great. Yes, he is a good guy. Okay, well, we've got the sobriety stream coming up on New Year's Day. It is going to be, let's see, I think 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I already have the live stream scheduled. So you can go double check on me if you want. For those of you who are new to the channel, hit that bell if you want the notifications. Oh, thank you, Xfarna. I appreciate that. That's really sweet. I appreciate this community. We are all stronger together, and I value each of the friends I have made here. Very well said, Snoop Medic. I feel the same way. I think that we have gotten some of the best of a few different communities, like some of the best people, and I just love the way things are kind of developing, in the channel as well. Thank you, Mama 3. I appreciate that. Yes, lick the like button, please. And for all the new ones, I just want you all to know, I appreciate you being here. This channel kind of runs on an open policy, so I pretty much give people the freedom to say what they want to say, even if it's something that I don't like, as long as you say it respectfully. I welcome differences of opinion. I welcome all opinions, and I encourage people to get up on panel whenever they want. My panel is usually open. The only thing we ask is that you abide by the one rule we have on this channel, and that rule is don't be an asshole. The only rule we have. And so I guess I'm going to say good night. And until next time, just remember that we are each of us a brain, an athlete, a criminal, a princess, and a basket case. Sincerely yours,